On top of NeoVim, what NvChad provides is a lot of default configurations and a very beautiful UI, which allows you to get up and running very quickly. And we would install all of these today. To get started, let's go to the install section. And there are a few prerequisites that are mentioned that are required before we can use NvChad's custom themes and UI. So first step, we need to install NeoVim. Let's go to the NeoVim installer. So it's a bit involved as we are working on setting up an IDE in the terminal. We need to be familiar with using the terminal. So a lot of these commands needs to be written in your terminal. For us today, I'm looking at the macOS, ARM configured macOS, or the M1 macOS. So I would need to search for this particular tar zip. There is one here which says NvIM macOS, and I need to download this. So it's downloading. I need to run this first after it's downloaded. Okay, so I can see that it's downloaded. It's in the download section. So what I need is to go to the download section and type this command. So let's go to the terminal, go to downloads and type this. So this has run, and now I need to extract this tar zip file. So I run this command, it will run some extraction, and it has completed. And now I can just open it up using this command. And that's it. Instead of Vim, what you see here is NVim, which looks pretty similar. There is nothing different here, except this allows a lot of customizations, which we will apply soon. Like I showed you before, the way to exit NVim is to press :Q, exclamation marks, and enter. So we have NVim installed. Next up is to get through the other prerequisites. We would use Nerdfont, which is a big collection of a lot of icons from different sources, and this allows us to show icons for different file types or extensions that you would be using in your coding. And besides that, we also have a lot of good source code relevant fonts, which shows the source code in the best possible way. And to install it, what you need is just download this. So I'll download this proto nerd font, and it's downloading as well. While it's downloading, I would continue on with the next step. So what we need is this Ripgrep. It is optional, but this helps for searching text in different files, and it's a very fast, lightweight, Rust-based search tool, and it shows you a lot of these examples of how to use it. Let's get directly to how to install it. You can read up about these details if you're interested. And I would get to, so we can install it using Brew. If you don't have Brew, I have showed previously how to install Brew. You can check it in the video here. So Ripgrep with Brew. So protos, let me just open it up, and I would try to install these fonts. Proto, and you can see it here. So that's done. And Homebrew, it's auto updating, so could take a while, but I'll let it run. Okay, so Ripgrep is already installed. I didn't need to install it, so that's cool. So we're done with this. And since we are not on a Windows system, we don't need this. And since we don't have an existing NeoVim installation, we also don't worry about this. Next up is the interesting part. We need to copy this command, the whole thing, and then run it for a Linux or a Mac system. Let me do that. So I clear my screen first, and then so it will clone the NvChad starter kit, and it will open NeoVim. And as we can see, it has opened NeoVim, and it's trying to install some packages. So this is what NeoVim brings. It allows you to configure your IDE with different packages. A lot of these packages that are getting installed are coming by default with NvChad. This would make our whole IDE experience very different. Cool. So as you can see, it installed all these packages, around 27 packages, and the whole theme changed because the default theme is this in NVim. You can press Q to exit. You're in NeoVim. You can see that the fonts are not installed properly. We need to check what's wrong, but let's for now exit. And to exit, press :Q. You're out. Nerdfonts to work. I was using iTerm, and in the settings I need to edit the fonts that I use. So go to profiles, text, and here we can search this proto nerd font that we installed, and make sure to check use ligatures, because this is what would help you with all these icons and the cursive fonts in some of these code keywords. So with that said, the font looks a bit different, but when we go to NVim, you can see that all of these icons are present here now. And now, with that solved, let's head on over to the next step. So it asks us to install run Mason install. So maybe we should do that. So to run Mason install, :Mason install all. So it's installing the Lua language server. Okay, so it's completed installation. And just to show you, if you use other languages like Python, JavaScript, what you can do is you can go to any of these sections, and the way to go to them is to press this number 2, 3, 4, 5, and here you can scroll down using your arrow keys and look for Python. So we have a Python LSP server, we have Pyrite. I would go with Python LSP server, and to install you need to press the I key. You go up, you can see that it's installing the Python LSP server. And similarly, if you need linters and formatters, you can also install them. So you can also install this with the I command. So PyLint was successfully installed. You know the drill. To exit this window, press Q, and to exit the NVim, press :Q.